job is to rear the children. From 1 to 7, right? Someone said that those are the most important years. Yeah, for the mom, okay? Your job as the mom is to rear the kid when they're a child. The dad really comes in as a disciplinarian in the teenage years to keep them from being fuck-ups and criminals. So, like, realistically speaking, you're saying, oh, he wants his dad. That's fine. Like, dad has to work, right? The father comes in later. I've always said a good dad like keeps his daughter off short poles and son's out of jail. And when does that typically come? In the formative teenage years, when they're more susceptible to be peer pressure, experiment with drugs, play hooky, do all the dumb shit that'll fuck their life up. So I get it. You're saying like, yo, it's not really my kid. Fair. Yo, I don't have any financial independence. Fair. But realistically speaking, most men can't provide for one. Like, realistically speaking, from this point forward, it's going to probably be hard for you to find a provider that's going to like take care of you and let you be able to stay at home. Most men don't want to do that, and it's hard to find that. So this is what I mean when I say perpetually like.
He's not wrong though. He's right.
Who's being sassy?
No, every man is sassy these days. They're all. Have you heard of the sassy man apocalypse?
It's what Drake said.
Well, a big reason why men are sassy is because they become insufferable. Like you guys are just never satisfied with anything.
Women become masculine. I think men are.
That's what makes you guys insufferable.
Because the man can't do the job.
Yeah, we've been stepping into our own, is what you're trying to say.
No, I don't necessarily think that.
Women have become insufferable, rude, demanding, and quite frankly,
he's not wrong.
A lot of you guys want something that you don't qualify for. Most want a guy that's going to be a provider,
because we don't prepare ourselves
and
for
charming and charismatic, and the problem is a lot of you guys don't even qualify for that guy.
Also, you're becoming the man that you want to date. So you're becoming the man that actually has the control, independence. Nobody wants to date another man.
Of course.
I
can say that because it comes from childhood.
I'm actually curious.
It sounds like you guys want to date another man because you're saying you're insufferable. Whoa. You don't like.
That's right.
That means you're.
Well, by your own admission, hold on. By your own admission, you just said that we're becoming more masculine, and you said that we're becoming more like men because we have a sassy, epidemic of men. Yeah, they don't want to date a guy.
And we don't want to date a bitch.
Can I add to that?
But it's because they're behaving more like men.
I agree. Can I add to that?
So like that's why we don't. That's why most women nowadays are just insufferable.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, no, I was saying growing.
Strong in my
I'm just saying this growing up.
Men haven't really changed. It's the women that have changed.
Hold on. Stringing my life. I love this word.
Wait, can I add my input?
Chill.
Sorry.
All right, since the beginning of time, like men have been looked at to be the protectors and providers, and we've been held to that standard, right? However, are not held to a standard. You can be a boss babe on one side, you can be a stay-at-home mom on another side, you can dabble in between, you can have way more choice than men do. So like, since we have choice, right, and men don't, this is why it's changed. Because you guys don't have to be homemakers anymore.
You really think
like
that we don't have a standard? Is that what you just said?
No,
he missed that whole.
No.
Yeah, he didn't say that.
Yo, nigga, you cook.
No.
You just missed that whole.
No, he means to say like women don't necessarily have to like.
We have a standard. We have a set standard that
we don't have to like necessarily settle for like any type of like lifestyle. They can actually they're the type to want to be independent.
Okay.
To want to be.
Everyone can do that.
Of course, but he's saying that.
Yeah, but the standard for men is that they're supposed to protect and provide.
I can't decide to be like a stay-at-home dad or like and
you
actually like be able to get sexual access. Stop.
Dog.
Sorry, I apologize.
Shut up.
It's going to be very difficult for me to market myself as a stay-at-home dad and find a wife. Does that make sense? Yeah. Like, I will not be able to market myself that way. As a man, I'm going to have to bring something to the table to make myself a commodity in the dating marketplace for women to even date me. However, can choose, I want to chase a career. I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to just hang out and not worry about anything. Like, there's many different paths a woman can take. In other words, women have more choice now than before. And with that choice, women have changed their behavior. So what I'm trying to say is, have changed over the past 100 years. Men really haven't, because we're still held to a certain standard that, and while we're not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So since we have choice, you guys aren't held to a standard anymore. I would argue you're now held to like a masculine standard. Do you have a job? What's your education?
I agree.
But we don't care about any of that shit. You guys are held to a standard that doesn't matter for us.
I agree with the standard stuff, but not the fact that men have not changed.
If I may.
They have.
If I may.
They really have.
How did it change?
If you look at it in the 50s, look at all the songs that they used to write. All love songs, all about being a sweetheart, all this type of shit. Now look at the songs that they write. I want to this big ass fat. What the They're objectifying us.
Men have always been horn dogs.
Yes.
Men have always
Yes,
been
but
perverts.
back then they actually would
Like-
ask people to marry them instead of saying, "Oh, I never met you. You want to come to my house on the first link?"
Well, actually,
the fuck is that?
they
All
sang
right,
the
well,
song
would you hold on?
behind the scenes.
All right, so let me ask you a question then. Let's say you want to buy a new car. You worked really hard, saved up $50,000. Would you go and buy the Mercedes that has 100,000 miles on it, or would you buy the one that has 0 miles on it?
Zero.
Why?
Oh, I know what he's trying to say.
Why would you want to buy the one that has
He's
0 miles
trying
on
to
it?
say, I don't want to, and that doesn't have any buddies. Okay, I would buy the one with 0 because Mercedes are proven to like not really be that good of cars.
Fair. So you got to apply that same logic to like men. Like that's how men feel about women. Like if we're going to pay full price for something, which is marriage, by the way, because men take all the risk in marriage. We don't. We're the ones that, yes, men pay 90% of the alimony. Women initiate most of the divorces. Men have to pay child support 90% of the time. Like marriage is a big issue. Marriage is beneficial really to only. It's not beneficial
like-
to men. So if we're going to pay for the car, right, and pay full price, wouldn't we want 0 mileage?
The reason
Just like
why,
you would do in your Mercedes example?
The reason why men pay child support is because most of the time the women are the one who have to take care of the child. So the men have to pay the child support for that mom to be able to take care of their
That's
child.
not my point. My point is you're mad that men aren't chivalrous anymore. You're mad that men aren't marrying women, right? You're complaining about, the Trodcon era in the 1950s. I'm telling you that men have adapted, that basically they don't want to pay full price for a depreciating asset that's been used, which is what is a lot of women. You're referring it to a time where a majority of women, when they got married, were virgins on their wedding night.
Yeah.
Most men are virgins on their wedding night. So
And
you can't
neither are
expect
men.
men.
That's not the point.
That wasn't.
A male virgin is not the same as a female virgin. I would argue a male virgin is unattractive versus a female virgin is attractive. We're not held to the same standard at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, but like it doesn't matter. Like,
I mean,
I know you are bored of mine.
when's the
Okay,
last
why
time
does
you
it
met
not?
us?
Are men and women? Okay, let me just so I can see where
if
you're.
I met a man who
Are
has
men and women the same?
100 plus bodies and I have
Let me ask you
0
this:
bodies,
Are men and women the same?
I'm not gonna want him.
Okay, are men and women the same?
No,
No.
Okay, do we observe sex and relationships
that's
the same?
definitely true. We're not the same.
Okay, so do we observe the opposite gender in the same way?
No.
Sometimes
No.
All right, what do we look for in a partner?
that's different for everyone.
It's actually really not. There's like three to four things that almost all women look
Statistically.
for in general.
Three main things.
The majority of girls.
Okay, attractiveness, money.
Okay. What else, girl?
I don't know.
Safety.
Safety.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
Fair. So many of the features you gave were security features. Okay, now what do men look for in women?
Attractiveness and willingness to be a mother.
Okay, so great. So by your own words, you've described two different sets of standards for the genders, right? Men
All
are looking
the men
for one thing and
see
women are
us
looking
as are people who are supposed to be mothers.
Pieces of
Yeah,
Whoa. No.
something to and something to impregnate so that I can give offspring to the
I
world.
mean,
for. Okay, so
stay alive.
so with offspring, what's important to men when it comes to offspring?
No, I'm not grateful to be here
Sorry.
in this country.
What are you talking about?
She's reading the comments.
What?
Oh, comments.
I
Sadi
wasn't
best
reading the
friend.
comments.
Sadi best friend. My bad. Move on.
Okay, let me just go through because your first thing was like the whole thing with a man with 100 bodies or a virgin man or whatever.
Right.
Don't care about a man's body count in general.
That's
They
not
care
true.
about.
I care.
They don't.
I do care.
Statistically,
You wouldn't even
shorty.
know.
I know a lot of people who care.
You wouldn't even know.
Babe.
Most when they're looking for a male partner don't really care about their history. What we're more concerned with typically is their future, not their past. Does he make money? Does he have potential? Is he tall? Can he protect me? We're looking for security with a man. A man, on the other hand, is looking at a woman's past. Is she a whore? Can she have children with me where I'll know that the kid is mine? Like, men care about the past, they care about the future. So this whole body count thing, maybe that's exclusive to you, but I would argue most in general really don't give a fuck about a man's past.
That's
so
not true. Every
this whole
time
concept,
I start talking to
can
a
you
new
please stop
man,
interrupting? You notice how you keep saying me. I'm talking in general, okay? Most do not care about a man's body count. They don't. They simply don't. Okay, and I would argue most of the most attractive men, you definitely don't care about their body count because other want them. Yeah. So you can sit there and say, I care about body count, but I don't think that matters. Or if you do, you're definitely not going to care about it as much as a man does. Like for us, it's at the top of the list. Yeah. For most, maybe 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th on the list compared to the other things that they have to bring to the table. So your whole complaint was men have changed. Men have changed. They used to propose to women and all this other shit. I'm saying that women have changed so men don't feel like they need to propose and marry a girl because the Mercedes example. Why would I pay full price for a used car? Why? And that's what marriage is to a man, paying full price for a female that's used. You're talking about a time when most were virgins on their wedding night. So that's why guys were more chivalrous and more romantic. But who chivalry? Did. Feminism. I want to be independent. I want to make my own money. Literally, you have an example right here. Hey. This is a byproduct of feminism right here. She had the tradcon life, and she gave it up to be single and independent. This is what you have now.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So that's the way I see it. Wait, real quick.
Like
so
women,
it's not.
It's very simple. Men are held to the. You guys can change what you guys want to do, and everything else like that. But men still have to be men. And what you said before. Oh, men are changing, right? Here's the difference. Here's the difference.
What if he gets physical?
That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Because she's making an argument that men have changed, right? And like men aren't doing what they're supposed to do, whatever. Yeah. Here's the difference. If a guy's a loser, if a guy doesn't provide, if he's a bum, whatever, there's consequences. Girls don't like him. People make fun of him. He's not respected by his peers. But if a woman doesn't do what she's supposed to do, she's still respected. You go, girl. You don't need a man.
Yeah, queen.
Like independent.
Yeah,
matter of fact, let me be all the way honest. In my eyes, 27 years old, having had a family and giving it up like she did, that is loser behavior to me. Because a commodity is her family. Does she have a family? Does she have a man she respects? Is she married? That's a metric of success in reality. Because no one cares about a woman's title, how much money she makes, her education. We look at a woman. Do you have a family? Do you have a man? A woman is intimately tied to the caliber of man that she can attract. Right? So when you say, well, guys have changed, whatever, the difference is if a man's a loser, he deals with consequences. If a loser, she deals with no consequences.
Who told you that? You're not.
What if it's the one that left the man who provides everything for her? Just
that makes her a loser in my eyes. But we don't punish them in society for that. Is what I'm trying to explain.
Are you sure?
No, there's one.
Yes, absolutely.
How?
Hold on, there's one exception.
Women that are homemakers. Women that are homemakers, that stay at home. They're ridiculed. They're made fun of. Oh, you live off a man. Oh, you're a loser. You don't want to go ahead and get a career. You're not strong. You're independent. Like that want to have a family are literally made fun of. And I have proof to show it. Why is college attendance 60%? Why is the majority of people that are graduating entering the workforce?
No, stop. No, that's not the point.
No,
stop.
it is.
Wait, I have something to say.
We are smarter. I'm done.
Women are actually not smarter.
There's
Wait,
no point in
no,
arguing
queen.
with them because they're not going to get it. They're never going to get it.
She's triggered.
She's fucking retarded.
You just blew them up.
She rage quit.
She's triggered.
Literally, she's
You
mad
just
because she's
blew them
wrong.
up.
She's mad.
So she's smarter, so she just leaves.
Yeah, just like
she can
Can't
handle.
debate.
Yeah, can't like just fucking
Can't debate.
Hey.
You're
I don't know
scared.
what the fuck.
fucking drunk, you piece of shit.
Now she's yelling at
Wow. Damn,
Triggered.
girls.
Yo, let's go to Rumble, Chris.
See, I
Bro,
was
this
trying
shit
to
crazy.
calm it down.
Come on, guys,
I was
Rumble,
trying to
guys.
calm it
Oh, we don't
down.
Rumble.
I mean, if you're
She's not
smart, you
screaming.
would have
Well,
yelled in the apartment building.
Just go to Fresh and Fit only.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fresh Fit only for we come our gains X. Come on over to Fresh Fit.
You wouldn't be
You
yelling.
know what's funny, dude? Like she couldn't argue anything. She
At
just
all.
like rage quit.
She got the whole thing
I was trying
wrong.
to calm her down so I can say what's up.
Yo.
Yeah. Nah, she was.
And here's the thing that's crazy. Look. Actually, this proves my point. She's 19 years old and she's already indoctrinated with the fucking Kool-Aid.
She's cooked, bro. She's cooked.
Like,
Yo,
she's
Don't even argue.
Ling Ling got mad. Nah, man, she ain't Chinese, bro.
well. Here's the other thing too. Like, see, for her, right? Look, anytime a girl says I'm celibate, that means that she went on like a spree.
Yeah.
So,
She did.
she didn't like hearing what I had to say because I was like bringing up uncomfortable things for her. Like, oh man, this guy's talking about family and shit like that. I don't want that. I'd rather be out here on the streets and shit like that. I don't know, but
Also, there are exceptions.
That's feminism
If
for
a
ya.
man's beating you, that's a grounds for you to
No.
leave. But that's a very, I want to say, one-off thing. Most of the times it's because you're bored or you're not getting what you want in detail. So that's what it really is. But in her case, bro, I'm glad she left, bro, because she was just taking a
Yeah,
space
sure.
for no reason.